why do I do this? Like, why am I so mean to myself? Why am I such a people pleaser? Why do I constantly worry about what other people are thinking? Why? And the truth is, we're all like this. You guys have no idea how many fucks I give. Give is the word. Because when you actually are worried or try to manage what somebody else thinks, you give someone else power. Have you ever had the experience of you wake up in the morning, you feel fine, you feel good about yourself, the day starts, and then you get to work and something goes down? And suddenly you're obsessing over the email that somebody sent you or the mood that your boss is in, or maybe something happened at school or with your friends, and you start obsessing. I should have done this. I should have done that. I should have done the other thing. What are we doing when we do that? What we're doing is we're giving our power away. We're basically saying that our worth lies in what another human being thinks about us. That if you don't act the right way at work and somebody's upset with you, that somehow now you're the bad person. I'm here to tell you, absolutely not. This is why you need the let them theory. Your boss's bad mood doesn't mean you're a bad person. Somebody saying something negative about you doesn't mean you have to feel negatively about yourself. I know a ton of people that do nothing but read self-help books or watch videos on YouTube about inspiration and do nothing.
Yeah.
And the reason why is they gather information as a way to feel like you're working on something. And learning is a really important thing to do, like understanding, becoming more self-aware. It's critical to you improving your life. It's critical to you being happier and more fulfilled. If you don't understand yourself and you don't understand the patterns of thinking and the patterns of behavior that are keeping you stuck, you'll never be able to break them and replace them. But you can get yourself comfortable with learning and duping yourself into thinking that somehow being smarter about what you need to do to be healthy will make you healthy. That's not true. Just like reading about launching a business doesn't launch a business. You know what you need to do to move the needle, to change your career, to improve your health, to work on your marriage. The information is everywhere. And in fact, if you're listening to me right now and you go, Mel Robbins, you are wrong. I have no idea what to do. I just know I'm stuck. Go to Google and type in, I hate my job, and you will get hundreds of millions of links. You will probably find 100,000 videos that are made by people who have been stuck in their jobs, who will walk you through a step-by-step process that you could take in order to change. The what is easy. The issue is how. How do you make yourself take actions when you're afraid, when you're scared, when you're overwhelmed? How do you break bad habits? How do you break the negative thinking that is causing you to feel paralyzed? See, the problem for most of us is we think about what we need to do, but thinking won't change your life. The only way you're going to change your life or change your career or change your health is to take action. Most folks know what they dream about and what they want. And yet they're spending all of their time and energy arguing against what they want. And so you can have all these epiphanies. I hope that when somebody listens to our conversation and watches this, that they have a massive aha moment. But it's not going to mean shit if you don't take action and do something about it. The aha moment is the door that opens, but your new life does not begin unless you step through the door. There's a study from Cornell that found that 85% of the things that people worry about actually never come to pass. So if you think about the fact that 85% of the stuff that you worry about, that you probably then start dreading, right, never even happened. So what a gigantic waste of time and energy. What a sad thing to do to yourself in your life. But here I think is the even more important thing to lean into. Because I know you might be listening And you might go, yeah, but 15% of the things do come true, Mel. So what about, how do I know if the thing that I'm worrying about is actually the 15% that come true or the 85% that don't? Well, here's what I want to tell you. Of the remaining 15%, I'll give you this, that actually come true, that you're worried about, 78% of people find that the thing that you were worried about, that challenge, it's easier to handle than you expected. And that you learned something valuable from it. And that creates an opportunity for you to learn this incredible skill of living with uncertainty and coaching yourself through these moments by saying, well, if we're uncertain how it's going to go, and how could I know? The funeral hasn't happened yet. We don't know the diagnosis yet. We haven't had the breakup conversation yet. I haven't done the presentation yet. I don't need to dread this, but I can create room for uncertainty as I sit here on this plane, or as I prepare for this presentation, or as I walk to that person's apartment, knowing that I need to sit them down and tell them that this isn't working. If I can keep myself in uncertainty, then I can keep myself in the space of, what if this all works out? What if this is, even if it's bad, it works out. Even if this is uncomfortable, it works out. You stay there, and now you're building this extraordinary skill that we all need in life of navigating these moments. And instead of bracing and assuming the worst and just like hijacking it, actually staying steady. I'm a very optimistic person, meaning that I do believe that your attitude and your actions can improve any situation that you're facing. Mm-hmm. I had in the background a constant campaign of misery that was a tape playing in the back of my mind. And if you grew up around anybody that complains or gripes or life is hard or gossips or just is pointing out what's wrong or unhappy, you don't realize it, but it becomes the language you speak to yourself. It's how you keep yourself company. When I'm not paying attention, the place that my mind goes is to what's wrong. Mm-hmm. And the more that I fix the outside, like, we pay off our bills, we start saving money, we are moving to Vermont, and good. And the more that the outside stuff is good, the louder the campaign of misery actually turned inward at me.
Well, it's got to latch on to something.
Yes.
If that's your default disposition.
I didn't realize how much my mind scanned for what was wrong. And so it's this third form of busyness where you yourself in your own mind are like pointing out the things that aren't good enough.